a beau avoir la violence en horreur, celle que nous propose le réalisateur américain Jérémy Saulnier fonctionne avec nous comme un plaisir coupable, une sorte de catharsis.
I hope you appreciate the situation.
Découvert au Festival de Cannes à la quinzaine des réalisateurs en 2013, avec Blue Ruin, il nous propose aujourd'hui Green Room, un film en ligne directe avec ceux de Peckinpah ou de John Carpenter, qui nous rappelle que nous sommes tous des morts en sursis.
It won't end well.
You certainly mentioned two films that very much influenced Green Room. I watched Straw Dogs and I broke it down because it's very much akin to the sort of stripped down storyline that I wanted to tell for Green Room. But I thought Assault on Precinct 13 might be too close of a comparison. I had actually never seen it in my life. So I ended up not watching it until after I finished the screenplay for Green Room. Retroactively as not so much a story reference, but a textual reference. I loved that it was so simple and that it embraced the fact that it was an exploitation movie. And textually, I just fell in love with it. I think it was just really gritty, sparse filmmaking that I'm attracted to. No veneer, no gloss. They don't need a ton of explosions. You know, it's just down and dirty.
Alors, en quoi voir les films des autres, ça vous aide à faire le vôtre?
I never directly refer to other movies as far as something I want to emulate. I just love movies. And so I get steeped in the atmosphere and I get excited about storytelling. A primary influence is early Michael Mann. I love the texture, the neon, the grounded realism, the research that goes into it. I feel like I'm watching not only a well-crafted story, but it's some sort of inside scoop on a culture that I would never otherwise have access to.
Vous êtes scénariste, réalisateur, mais également directeur de la photo. Et contrairement à Blue Ruin, vous n'éclairez pas votre film. Quelle direction vous avez donnée à Sean Porter, le directeur photo de Green Room?
The lighting references we used, we went through several, different movies and watched references, but I really let him light it. I gave a reference book, and I made sure that tonally, this could easily be categorized as a horror movie. But the way I was treating it as a director was as a war movie. And so I was giving him references like Apocalypse Now or Platoon. We knew they had to have a certain amount of naturalism, but a whole lot of mood. And so we just skewed towards, browns and greens, just like the Pacific Northwest of America. It definitely has that lush sort of color palette to it. For all my films, I intend to storyboard the entire movie, but because of the independent film world and the nature of production, I never get to finish. So I do very artistic, polished-looking storyboards to maybe at page 20 or 30, and then I start doing stick figures, and it gets really sloppy. But for Blue Ruin, it was more important because, every shot was the story. And I did storyboard the first act of Green Room. Because, again, you're asking people to do so much, and a crane shot from 90 feet up is a lot of work. So you had to kind of plot it out. And also it helps me, when I storyboard, I can self-edit the shots I need. If I have to draw every single frame from scratch, it makes me think about why I'm doing that,
He's got 6 bullets.
For real?
Dans cet extrait, on se rend compte que le montage est du côté de cette jeunesse turbulente, alors que le plan posé, qui est plus lent, et du côté de celui qui est le plus menaçant. Qu'est-ce que cela est censé raconter?
He's got 6 bullets.
For real?
We all go once.
Guys, hold off a sec.
For what?
We haven't done anything.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. They're called cartridges. The bullet is a part that enters your brain if you keep talking shit.
This is important here because we have characters that are being defined and emerging, and that's Imogen Poots as Amber getting up. And she's not allowed to really get close-ups yet in the film. And so that's a key sequence where she was slowly emerging, and we would definitely cater our photography to the characters. But it was really about just harnessing whatever we would rehearse, you know, and keeping it intuitive. Because a lot of times I don't have a ton of rules. I just feel what is the most appropriate visual expression. And that's what's cool about being the writer and director, is I don't have to explain myself. I can just do it. I'm a very good collaborator with myself, and we don't get into a lot of arguments. But a lot of that was the edit, too. I mean, there's a lot of coverage going on just to archive everything. And then the real precision engineering was how to make it seem very assured and articulate once we built the edit.
And this gun only has 5 cartridges, not 6. Because they're big as fuck and only 5 fit the cylinder. So please, shut the fuck up and don't test me.
You're making it worse.
We sit and we wait.
And we die.
Not if you sit and you wait.
Pourquoi filmez-vous?
Why do I make movies? That's a hard one. I know why I'm able to make movies. It's because I've given myself no choice but to make movies. But I think what drives me to make movies is to sit with an audience and share with them my stories and look at my art through their eyes. And it's a very collective experience, and that's why I think it's the most rewarding. I've always approached it as an audience member first.